Hey, cousin. It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about managing negative thoughts because I had heard, Spirit had told me that a lot of my cousins are out there stressing, worrying, thinking about what's next, how things are going to happen, how things are going to turn out. Why haven't this happened yet? Trust me, I know how you feel because I know I'm hearing it for everybody, but trust me, I'm included in the everybody. So I have to check myself. And I have been given the ability to be able to regulate my emotions because I am here to help other people do the same thing. So I'm here to help you. Remember that I am doing private calls. I told you I'm doing 30-minute sessions, first come, first serve, and leave a donation, whatever spirit lays on your heart to give, then give whatever you have. But I'm here to support you. If you have questions, if you are going through things and you're not sure how you're going to work through the things that you're going through, you have support. If you are listening to this, you have support. So go to the Lighthouse website, book a call, and we can talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. Let me help you navigate through the things that you're going through because my gift is to help you, is to support you. I channel in order to nurture. So if I can channel information from spirit and give it to you, then get the information, cousin. Okay, quit trying to struggle by yourself. You got help. Dang. Look, you hard head, like my mama say. You hard head. I keep on posting and telling you have support. Dang. No, I'm just like, okay, cousin. So let's talk about this because this is serious. All right, this is really serious. I'm laughing, but it's very serious right now. I told y'all last year that this year is going to be challenging a lot of people, especially those who are in leadership roles. If you have a leadership position, I don't care if it's in your house or in your business, on your job, whatever it is that you do, you're going to be challenged. And we're seeing this on a larger scale. We're seeing a lot of celebrities and a lot of people going through a lot of different things right now because there are people that are being put out of their position because they are not going to be leading in the new earth. Remember, this is a new world and spirit is definitely in control and always moving. So I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what's going on in the news. You know, I always tell y'all this. Don't pay attention to what you see. All right. You have your own connection to spirit. You have a direct channel to the source. If you're doing the work, you're working on yourself, you're doing all the things the Spirit is guiding you to do, you have a connection to the source. That's why it's so important for you now to disconnect from everything and everybody and focus solely on your connection to Spirit. That is the way you're going to know how to get through these situations, how to get through what's going on right now. All right. So we're going to see a lot of things that are going crazy. And I'm here to tell you that it's going to get worse. All right. It's going to get worse. But for those of us that are locking in with spirit right now, we're not worried. We're not concerned. If you are doing the things that you know you are guided to do, then don't worry. Even the Bible tells us that. You know, I don't necessarily identify as a Christian or nothing like that because I know a lot of Christians don't even do Christian stuff. Okay. But I am definitely somebody who has Christian principles and I live a life of a certain quality. Let's say that, okay? So I have standards when it comes to my life and how I live. And I'm here to tell you that if you are believing in a higher power, whatever you call it, whatever book you read, whatever it is that you believe, listen, if you believe in the spirit of all, then you have to know that the spirit is always working everything out for the highest good. There will be distractions. There will be confusion. There will be delays. There will be a lot of things that will happen in your life that will make you feel like this is not working out or I don't know where these things are going. You don't always have to know. All right. Spirit works with us on a need to know basis. You only need to know what you need to know. And what you don't need to know, you won't know. And that's just how spirit is. But we have to trust in the unseen. And we're learning that. We're learning how to trust in the spirit, especially those of us who don't have a great support system in the physical. Like we're helping a lot of people, but we don't have a lot of people that are helping us. We are there to support other people. We are leading other people. visible, but we get our leadership and our direction from the unseen realm. It's hard, but we're being tested and we're being prepared. You got to go through it, because you got to go through it. And we all are going through it. You're not the only one, but you have to go through this initiation period where you have to see what you don't see and hear what you don't hear, and know that regardless of whatever is happening and whatever you see with your physical eyes, or even whatever you don't see, that's not the reality. The reality is spirit. Remember, as above, so below. The things that we don't see are the things that are real. The things that we see most times are the things that are not real. So we have to train ourselves to really reverse whatever it is that we've been taught and conditioned by our family and religion and, whatever, we subscribe to in our life. When you connect to spirit, we are guided to let all of those things go. We let it all go, because that's the only way for us to ascend. That's the only way for us to be light and free-spirited, is for us to release and for us to trust in the Most High, the creator of all life, that everything is working out for our good, even if we don't have all the details. I know, it's tough. It's tough. And trust me, I'm in it with you. Okay. And all of you that are listening to me right now, I was going to say women, but I know some men are listening too. But everybody that is listening to me right now, you have a great assignment. If you have aligned with me, you have a great purpose for being here. Okay. So no matter what it is that you're going through or what it is that you have been through, it's all an experience and it's necessary for your growth. Everything is just an experience. And I always say this, just make observations. The one thing I want to tell you when it comes to managing negative thoughts, when you have all these crazy thoughts coming into your head, allow them. Just allow them to be. All right? Don't judge them. Don't judge yourself. Don't think that that's who you are. All these other things, as soon as you have a thought, a lot of times you think that it's your thought or it's true. Don't internalize your thoughts, because remember, you not only are receiving thoughts from yourself, but we are one collective, and we are inside of a world that is very, 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 I don't want to say toxic, but it is what it is. Okay. So let's say this. If you grow up in a household and the people in the household are toxic, right? Everybody smoking, everybody drink, everybody, do toxic things. Then you're going to take on that energy too most of the time, because you're in that environment. And it's the same thing with the world. The world has a lot of people that have negative thoughts. And since we are in this world, we can absorb that energy. But it's our responsibility to make sure that we protect ourselves. This is why it's important for us to spend time alone. And most people that are called to lead, you're called to be by yourself. Even Yahshua, he went by himself. All of the leaders that they go by themselves. There's a reason for that. Even though they're called to lead, they have lots and lots of time where they're by themselves. Because when you spend more time by yourself, number one, you spend more time with spirit. And number two, you don't have all of the impact from everything in your environment that is shaping you and molding you, how you think, how you feel, and all these other things. It's just you and it's just your energy. All right. So if you're being guided to be by yourself, or you have decided that you're going to cut people off from your life, trust me, that's how spirit works. All right. I always tell y'all, God, the Most High, the Spirit of all, is not always love and light. All right. And we already know that the sword is coming down right now. So everybody can get the axe. Everybody. It's no hard feelings. It's not to say that, you won't ever have relationships with people, but there is a time when you're going to go through this spiritual isolation. And when you go through that isolation, trust me, those thoughts get real loud. They get real loud. If you think you have negative thoughts and you have people around you, wait till you get by yourself and the spirit puts you in isolation and you have nothing but you in those negative thoughts. Okay? This is the training. And either you're going to sink or either you're going to swim. It is what it is. I grew up religious. I grew up in church, and there was no initiation. There was nothing like that. You just come as you are, and God accepts you the way that you are. And that's not how spirit works. You have to be renewed. You have to be transformed. That's the only way to connect to spirit. And most people are not connected to spirit, and that's the reason why they are lost. I know even from my own experience, I was lost at a certain point in my life. And I believe that most people are lost because we're not connected to the source. But we're on a journey, all right? This is a journey. We're learning who we are. We are learning why we came here. We are learning, we're figuring it out. And that's what life is about. So when we start to have negative thoughts and when we start to rush the process or when we want things to be different from the way that they are, that's when we have an issue, all right? If you stay in the present moment and you stay in gratitude, and I know you hear this all the time, but it's the truth. Gratitude allows you to stay in the present because you're always finding something to be thankful and grateful for. When you're thinking about the next step, when you're thinking about what's to come, when you're thinking about how is this going to work out, then you become anxious. Don't sink your boat with heavy worry. That's what Spirit told me. That's the message. I got it right here. I wrote it down. You can sink your boat with heavy worries. When you're thinking too much about what can happen, you are drowning yourself. And it's not a good thing to do. It's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help the people around you or none of that. So the only thing you can do is release it. And when you release it, then you don't worry about it. You know that it's going to work out for your highest good. So think about this. In your life, in the past, think about a time when you felt like you needed some help. You needed some support. You didn't know how things were going to work out, whether it was the bills getting paid, whether it was the opportunity that you wanted, or whatever it is. Think about a time that you was just like, oh my goodness, I don't know how this thing is going to work out. I need this, I need that, I need that, I need this, okay? Just think about that. Could have been last year, could have been a few years ago. Just think about a time, all right? Now think about where you are today and observe who you are right now. You are not going through that experience. That experience is long gone. Everything worked out. Everything worked out. It may not have worked out the way you planned it, but everything worked out. And you're not even thinking about that situation anymore. That is how life is. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, it may seem very intense because you're in the heat of it right now. But I guarantee you next year, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you're not going to be going through the same experience. It will be a memory and you'll be thinking about this time like, oh my God, I remember all these different things. But it's over. It's over. Okay? So that's why emotionally we have to learn how to not be so caught up in every experience because all it is an experience for our observation. Remember, you are the soul. You're not the physical body. The soul is having an experience because the soul is here to evolve and to grow. It's using the body, it's incarnated inside of the body, but you are not the body, even though it feels very real. You are the soul. You have to remind yourself of this. Because if you don't remind yourself that you are not your physical body, you will internalize everything as being real. And it's not. It's just for your observation. It's for you to have this experience. And the only way that the soul can have an experience, a human experience, is to incarnate into a body. And now you can feel, and now you can touch, and now you can think, and now you can do all of these things. You can experience life, both the negative and the positive. But it's never bad. It's all an experience. And every cycle ends. It has to end. That's just how it works. So when you're in a cycle, just know that it's going to end. You don't know when it's going to end. You don't know how it's going to end, but that's up to spirit. It's divine timing. So relax in the flow of just letting go and trusting that the spirit of all is with you and guiding you. You have support. Whenever you need support, it's going to show up. Whatever you need, you're going to receive it. But see, we have been conditioned to want to hold on to so much. We need to hold on to the money. We need to hold on to this. We need to hold on to the people. We need to hold on to everything. And we're not supposed to hold on to anything, because everything is energy. You can't hold on to energy. You have to let energy be free. In whatever form it takes, let it be free. If it's a person, let them be free. If it's money, let it be free. If you're always thinking about money, I need to get money for this, I need to get money for that, I need to get money for that, then guess what? You're never going to have it. But people who really don't care about money much, they're just like, they get it and they just, move it back and forth or whatever. It's currency. They let it move. They let it flow. They always have it. I have not worked in 3 years, cousin. Almost 4. And when I tell you, I have not worked for a dime. Whatever I need, I receive it when I need it. And that's enough. That's enough. And if I get more than enough, then that goes towards my purpose. That goes towards what it is that I'm here to do. But I don't need a bunch of money in my bank account. I was the Capricorn always thinking, baby, I need to see these digits in my account. I need to see it. That's how I used to live my life. And if you're an earth sign out there, y'all know how it is. I love all my zodiac signs, but earth signs, we just different when it comes to stability, when it comes to that money, when it comes to having the things that we need. We are serious about that. We live to make sure that not only we are stable, but we want everybody connected to us to be stable. That's just what we do. Okay? And now we all have earth sign energy. You just have to figure out where it is on your chart. All right? But I'm telling you, it gets serious. But when you decide that you are going to become a more spiritual person, you're going to connect to your spirit. You're going to connect to the spirit, which is one, okay? Your higher self and the Most High is one in spirit. We just have to align our physical body so that it can connect to the source, okay? But when you allow spirit to guide you, then most of the time, things will be taken from you. Sometimes you can lose everything. You'll start losing friends. You'll start losing family members. You may move. Things will just get uprooted in your life. And you can feel like, oh my God, this is wrong. I shouldn't be going in this direction. No, you should be going in this direction. Because it's not until you can survive without all those things that you know your true value. Because most people hang their value on the things that they have, the things that they can do. But you have to know that you are valuable regardless of what you have and what you can do. That's spirit. And that's who you are. You see? Okay? Okay. You're returning back to who you really are. And that's what we all are doing. We do not have to wait to cross over and go into the spirit realm in order for us to live as spirits and be free. You can live as a free spirit here on this planet if you believe that life is for you. But if you believe that you have to work so hard, and you believe that you have to take care of yourself, and you believe that you have to do everything, then you're going to work and work and work and work and work, and you're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. And right now, the world is changing so much where spirit's sitting everybody down. Like, look, you're not in the control. You're not in control here. You're not in the lead. Sit down, okay? Like my mom used to say, sit down and relax and see that things will get worked out for your highest good anyway. It's going to get worked out. And you don't necessarily have to do so much hard work. I love the life I live, and it's not an easy life. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. I'm just here to tell you that it's just so much peace when you let go. It's so much peace. Because even if you have all of these crazy thoughts and all these things, you worry, whatever, the next thought is, I don't even need to worry about this stuff. Because you see how spirit moves. You know that spirit continues to come through. So if spirit came through before, spirit's going to keep coming through. It ain't going to change. All we are challenged to do, the only challenge, is to work on ourselves. To work on our mindset. to work on doing the things that we know we're being guided to do so that we can align with the source. Because before we align with the source, before we connect to spirit, we do have to work hard, very hard. And in fact, once you get on the self-healing journey, it feels awkward for you not to work because you work so hard all of your life. But once you start healing and doing what spirit created you to do, which is to evolve and grow, then life becomes so much more peaceful. Even when there's stress and trouble, there's going to be trouble in the world. But everything will pass. It's all going to pass. So just remember that. When it comes to your negative thoughts, or come to negative thoughts, not your negative thoughts, but when it comes to having negative thoughts, realize that you can decide what thoughts you want to keep, and you do not have to keep these thoughts. You do not have to keep the same mindset. You can change your life whenever you're ready. Whenever you decide that you want to change your life, you can change your life. And everything will change for the better. You can do that. You absolutely can do that. Okay? You are in control. All right? Now, I know I told you spirit's in control, but you have a part to play. And the only role that you have to play is just releasing. That's your role. And it's hard. It's not easy. It is very hard. Because every time you release, you become a different person. And that happens over and over and over and over again. You reincarnate. And you're not on the other side. You're not dead. You're alive. And you reincarnate. This can happen every moon cycle. I'm telling you. From one moon cycle to the next, you can become a different person. It's so real, and it's happening so fast. People are evolving and growing right before our eyes. It's so real. And that's what they talk about, the rapture. The rapture is so spiritual. It's so spiritual. It's not physical. This is happening right now. People are evolving into this Christ consciousness, this mindset, this oneness with spirit. And everything is falling away. And we're being separated. And that's okay. Because there's a community of us that are coming together. It may not be your blood relatives, but it's your tribe. We have these groups of souls. This is how I like to see it. You come into this realm and you have your family members that you're born with, okay? Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and all these people. But as you grow and you evolve, then you may outgrow those people that are in your family. They may continue to keep doing the things that they have always done, that the family has always done. But you evolve and you decide to take a different road. You're starting to detach from the things of the world and the way that other people are doing them, and you're starting to connect to spirit. Now you don't resonate with them anymore. Now you don't have anything to talk about with them anymore. The things that y'all used to do, the things y'all used to laugh about, it's not even funny anymore. So now you start to connect with people that are not your blood relatives, but you can relate to them. So they are still your relatives because you relate. And you have more in common with the new people than you do with the people that were in your family. This is normal. This is normal. And in fact, most people who become successful, they become successful because of their connections. And if we are not willing to let go of certain people and certain relationships that are exhausting us, then we stay in the same place. That's how it goes. Okay? And when you're talking about having negative thoughts, if you're always around people that act a certain way, they do certain things, they live a certain lifestyle, then that impacts the way that you think. We just talked about environment. It's very important for you to protect yourself. Because now you'll have the clarity that you need to move forward in your life purpose. Your purpose is the most important thing to you, or should be the most important thing to you. Why did you come here? What did you come here to do? It's hard to get to that point when we're holding on to every single thing. You see what I'm saying? We have to let these things go. And it's so important for us to make sure that we take care of ourselves. Our mental health is very important. And if we have relationships, if we have mindsets, even an old mindset, we have to let those things go in order for us to be light and free and clear to evolve. Okay? Just be mindful of the way that you think. Be mindful of yourself. And if you have to be by yourself, it is okay. It is okay. Your tribe will come. Spend that time with Spirit so Spirit can work with you and help you and guide you, get you cleaned up, get you shaped up, get you in position, get you through everything that you need to go through, help you to heal and all of that, so that you can be a leader that is powerful and strong. We have to get strong, and we have to go through these different challenges. And mental challenges, ooh, baby. Let me tell you, on this spiritual walk, those mental challenges will tear you up. But I'm going to tell you the same thing Spirit told me. Don't get mad. No matter what happens, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Always try to reason with love. When you always reason with love, you always see everything through the lens of love, then you understand why behind what is happening. When you get angry, when you get upset, when you worry, when you have fear, those are all low frequencies. Don't fight. I'm telling you now, there's a reason why Yahshua did not fight. Because if he fought, then he will lower his frequency. You don't want to lower your frequency. Stay on a high vibration and allow things to just be. And if you have people in your environment that are causing you to stress out, that are causing worry and all this other energy for you, negative energy for you, then you know what you need to do. But if you are unwilling to remove people from your life that you know need to go, then you can't get mad at them for being who they are. That's just who they are. Now you have to decide who you want in your life. And like I always tell my daughter, because she's young and she's going through different friendships. Every time you let go of people, more people come in that are in alignment with who you are. If you don't let go of old relationships, you will always attract the same type of relationship. When you say to the Spirit, all right, through your actions, not with your words, all right? Because energy is all about action. That's why I say I'm a spiritual woman, okay? Because it's all about the action. The words, you can say whatever you want to say, but it's all about the actions. What are you doing? All right? So whenever you let go of relationships and you let go of what no longer serves you, even if it's a mindset, you let that go, then you're energetically saying, I want a different mindset. I want different people. I want new. I want better. And you don't look back. And you allow yourself to be free to move forward. And then that's when you change. That's when transformation happens. That's when new people come into your life. That's when you start to have the help and support that you need. But you have to let go of the old. It's just how it works. Some people go through their whole entire life and they never change. They stay the same. And they will leave this planet and they will come back to this planet because they never evolved. And that's what they came here to do. It's what we all come here to do. Most of us. Okay? So, monitor your thoughts because thoughts become things. We all heard that. Okay? Your thoughts are going to become your reality. So, if you're having an issue with having negative thoughts, you want to always, always, always have your positive thoughts on deck. In the Bible, it talks about how we don't fight against flesh and blood and that type of thing, And it talks about the strongholds and everything and taking down those negative thoughts. You have to take down those negative thoughts And if you're a Christian, you normally do it with the scripture. If you're a spiritual person, you do it with affirmation. If whatever it is that you believe, you have a practice of repetition to where if you have negative thoughts, then you're always going to be thinking a positive thought to take it down. And it's the same way with images. Because remember, we live in a world where the veil is very thin between the physical and the spirit. So you can even have images that will try to impact the way you feel. If you have a negative image, you can change the positive into a positive image. You can do that in your mind. All right? The battlefield is in the mind, but you're not fighting. There's no fight. You just allow, you observe, and you adjust. There's nothing to fight. If there's any battle or any fighting or anything that's going on, that happens in the spirit. Spirit takes care of all of that. Our responsibility is to make observations and make adjustments. We have to know our role. But when we get caught up and we start fighting and we start having these negative thoughts and we have these negative feelings and we let them overtake us, then we go down. And you don't want to go down. I don't want you to go down. All right. I want you to continue to move forward because, like I said, there are a lot of people who depend on you. And it's not about you. Spirit told me the same thing. It can't be about you. My life can't be about me. It can't be about me getting everything that I want. But the world will say, if you get more of what you want, then you're living a good life. But in spirit, it's the opposite. You get less of what you want. You get everything that you need, but everything that you want, you sacrifice for the greater good of all. Not just sacrificing just to sacrifice, but you sacrifice the things that you want in order for you to be connected to the spirit. Because your human body is going to want a lot of things that the spirit is like, no. Even when it comes to certain foods that you eat. When it comes to certain foods that you eat, your spirit is light. But if you eat a lot of heavy, dense food, the spirit's like, no. You need to be light. You need to be light. But the world says, no, you need to be thick. You need to be buff. You need to be big and strong. But the spirit says, no. It's not going to help you. And it's a process. So just allow the process. We just allow the process. And we don't judge, we just allow. Like me, I'll tell you right now. Because you're my cousin, I'll put you in my business. But right now, there is a snack that I love so much. I love it so much. And I used to love chips so much. Like regular chips, oh my God, I just love chips. I was a chip person. And as I started to grow and evolve, of course, I couldn't eat the chips that I used to eat. So then I started eating a healthier chip. And that was cool for a certain period of time. But as I started to grow and evolve, then it's like, that chip, I can't eat that chip either. And so every time I grow and every time I evolve on a soul level, then it's like, now I can't have no chips. I can't have none of the chips I like. I like no chips. But it's like, if I eat them now, I can get a headache, I start feeling weird and wonky, you know what I'm saying? And when you eat certain food, it's like putting sugar in your tank, you know what I'm saying? We got luxury vehicles, you see what I'm saying? So it's certain things we can't put in our tank no more, especially as we become more spirit. Then you let these things go and it's like, man, a part of you is like, I'm not going to have none of this stuff I like. And then you have to check yourself. Like I have to check myself like, Ken, you a spirit, cuz. You a whole spirit. You over here tripping about eating some food and you a whole spirit, So it's a journey. And like I said, I'm in it with you. You're not by yourself. I have these thoughts all the time, but I always have to remember who I am. And you just have to remember who you are, This earth body, this physical body is going to want a lot of different things that may not be for your highest good but you have a decision to make. Are you going to continue to do things in your lower nature? Or are you going to come up to your higher self? It sounds real good when you hear people say to connect to your higher self and be the greatest version of yourself. But that requires giving up the things that you love in your physical lower nature. It requires that. There's no option to it. It is what it is. Either you do it or you don't. That's spirit. That's the spirit I know. Everybody talk about this love and light and God is good and God is great. Listen, all that. Yes, we know the Most High is good and great, but it's no joke. Like the game is over. The game is over, and it's just some of us that are created to go ahead and go through. So, it's not my strength that I do anything. I know a lot of people look at my life and they're inspired, but it's not me. I always say that, even in the comments, like, don't thank me, because if it was up to me, baby, I'd still be on that brown. You feel me? If it was up to me, I'd still be drinking that brown liquor. I ain't lying to you. Smoking and all that. If it was up to me, okay? But spirit calls who spirit calls, and spirit moves how spirit moves. And when it's your time to go, either you answer or you don't. And, sidebar, I was thinking about what happened to Diddy, and I don't even want to really talk about this, but I'm going to say this. In life, we all know when it's time to cut the game. Everybody looks at Diddy and they say how wrong he is. He's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong. But trust me, we all do some things in the dark. Everybody did something in the dark. A lot of people don't share and a lot of people don't know. But everybody has their dark secrets and things that they have done. But when spirit guides you to cut it, it's time to cut it and make a change. It happens from within. Spirit will guide you and tell you, okay, it's time for you to make that change. You'll know. Some people listen and some people don't. And when we don't follow that voice of spirit that says, okay, you had your time to cut up. Because we have our time to cut up. I just told you, I was always on brown. You see what I'm saying? So, I used to party all the time. Party all the time. Ain't that a song? Yeah. That girl like to party all the time. Yeah. And anybody who know Ken already know I was the life of the party. I'm still the life of the party. Don't get it twisted. I'm just clean and pure and sober. That's all. But I'm just saying, I had my time running with the thugs, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I missed it. There's a part of me that's like, dang, I miss being with my homies. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. I miss being around my family and doing certain things with my family. But it's like, when you get called, when spirit call you, you either answer or you don't. You either keep doing what you're doing or you make the change. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people want to be leaders and they want to be powerful, but they got one foot over here and they got one foot over there. We already know what happened when you lukewarm. We already know what happens when you try to live a righteous life or you try to be a leader, and in the back, you're doing something that you already know. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You already know. You get exposed. You get knocked down. And that's what's happening right now. Everybody getting knocked down. It ain't just Diddy. It's happening in your life. It's happening to people that you know. It's happening to people in your church. It's happening to people at the mosque. It's happening to people at the synagogue, the temple. It's happening to people all over the world. Because the real leaders are here. And there will be people that will try to duplicate, but they will not be able to do what the real leaders can do because they are fully connected to spirit. And that's a fact. Those who are in a position of power in this physical, they first will have to be in a position of power in the spirit, as above, so below. And if you don't have the right to have a position of power in this new earth, you're not going to have it. And trust me, it's hard to let go, but it's even harder to stay the same. It's harder to stay the same. For real. So, that's a message. If you know it's things that you know you need to let go of, it ain't the time to really play right now. Because people are leaving this planet every day. Every day. Rapidly. More rapidly than before. Because it's like, all right, well, if you're not going to get your act together, then all the negative energy is being removed. You know what I'm saying? It's being removed. So it doesn't matter if you're in a high position of power or if you're on a low level. It doesn't matter. If you're not doing anything, raise the vibration, then you're bringing us down and you got to be removed. There's no neutral. And for those people who just want to stay the same, you don't want to change, you're going down. You're going down. Nothing stays still on this planet. Everything is moving. So you got to keep motion. You got to keep moving. Or you're going to feel terrible. You're going to think bad. You're going to live bad. You're not going to feel good. Because spirit is pushing you to move. Make the change. Do the thing. Whatever it is that you know you're being guided to do, it's your time. And don't let the negative thoughts and negative people and all these negative things, don't let it block you. Because that's what it's designed to do. You don't have an enemy. There's no enemy, all right? There's opposition, of course, but it's only for your growth. It's an experience. And you either overcome it or you don't. But take your time. Take your time and don't fight. And like Spirit told me, don't get mad. If you need to rest, lay down. Whenever you feel like you want to get mad, you want to get frustrated, this is what I do. I go lay down. I'm going to lay down, baby. I'm about to go to spirit realm, baby. I'm about to close these eyes. I'm about to take off. You feel me? Listen, I need to go lay down. Drink some water and go lay down. Because trust me, it gets tough. I'll be like, Spirit, not right now. Or pray. Yeah, pray too. Thank you, Spirit. Ask for what you need. If you need relief, if you need support, whatever you need, ask for it. Because you have divine helpers on the other side that can send you support. That can help you. You ask the Most High. You ask, of course, you pray to our Creator. You pray to Spirit. But Spirit sends you support, and however Spirit sends it to you, whether it be angels or guides or whatever, you know? So you have support. And if it gets to be too heavy, life gets to be too heavy, it's too much, lay down. Don't fight. Don't keep pushing. Don't keep saying, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Man, I'm telling you, if you live like that, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard. And I'm telling you, especially the ladies out there, we cannot live that hustle life no more. It's over. I told you that last year, the year before that, it's a wrap. Ladies are here to nurture humanity. And the way that humanity is like that because the men are not in the leadership role and the women are not nurturing. That's the reason why humanity is the way that it is. And it's about to change. It's changing now, actually. But women have to get into that nurturing energy. Hardworking women, busy boss women, working all the time and stressing yourself and working to the bone, you can't nurture. You can't nurture. And most women are not nurturing themselves. That's why we have spiritual alignment class. That's a 4-week class for you to get in tune with you, for you to take care of yourself, for you to learn how to take care of yourself. Believe it or not, a lot of women need support in learning how to nurture yourself. So Spirit gave me that assignment to give to you, that spiritual alignment class. So you can learn how to nurture yourself. Put yourself on a schedule to rest. Put yourself on a schedule for self-care. Put yourself on a schedule to do things for yourself without feeling guilty or feeling like you have to show up for everybody else, but you're not showing up for yourself. We cannot nurture humanity and be the women that we need to be, especially for those of us who have husbands or want to be married or whatever. You can't be a good wife if you don't know how to nurture yourself, because you're not going to be able to read the man and nurture him. So we just have to be honest and we have to be real. And nurturing yourself is not something that you need to apologize for. If you feel like you need to rest, rest. If Spirit puts you in this position where you don't have to get up and work hard, then be thankful. You're trying to get up and go work when you should be resting. I'm talking to myself. Sometimes I still get like that. Anyway, it's just who I am. I'm used to working. Okay? So I'm working on things. I just work behind the scenes. But I'm going to tell y'all everything that's going on. I'm definitely going to keep y'all in the loop. But I love y'all, cousin. Take care of your mental health, please. Please, please, please. The greatest thing I can tell you when it comes to having negative thoughts and managing your thoughts, rest. Allow yourself to rest. If life becomes overwhelming, rest and restart. Every time you lay down and you go to sleep, you reset. Every time you do that. So you'll notice when you're having a lot of brain fog, you're having a lot going on in your head, you have a lot going on, and you decide, okay, let me just lay down. Even if you just lay down in the sun, you go outside and just lay down for a minute, like get you one of those chairs or whatever, lean back and recline, or even if you have, like me, I have several windows that I love going to, like in my house. I just sit in front of the window and let the sun shine through and just lay there on the couch or lay on the floor or lay on your bed and just allow yourself to just rest. And when you go to sleep and you wake up, you reset every time. So when life becomes too challenging, lay down and go to sleep. You know how we used to tell our kids that? You need to lay down. Our parents used to tell us that. It's time for you to take a nap. And when you lay down, you may not want to go to sleep, but when you lay down and get back up, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to tear it up again. Okay? Listen. Thank you, Spirit. That's the reason why we commanded to rest. The Sabbath. That's why I say a lot of Christians, man, they call themselves Christians, but they don't even do what Christian people supposed to be doing, okay? The Sabbath is the day of rest. Saturday is the day we're supposed to rest. Literally. You're supposed to be resting. It's important. Working, having your schedule full and busy and booked is going to take you out. Especially in this new world. This energy is so heavy. And if you think you're going to fight against this energy, you're going to keep moving and pushing like that, it's going to take you down. Because not only do you have the energy, but then you have all these different challenges. Do you have the people in your life you got to deal with? Do you have work? Do you have stress? You have all this stuff going on, but you don't have no time to rest. It don't work. And for women, honestly, we should be resting more than we work. That's feminine energy. It rests. It's not saying that we're not moving. It's not saying that we're not growing. But have you ever watched a plant grow? It's moving. It's growing. But it takes its time. Women are supposed to take your time. So we're learning that. To be in that energy of rest and just allowing. Of course, we're doing what we need to do. We're here to do whatever it is that we're created to do. But there's no rush. There's no hustle. We move slow like nature. And men out there too. If y'all listening, y'all need to slow down too. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. And spirit's supposed to be moving. You can't outwork and outmove spirit. When spirit says rest, move out the way, learn to listen to that. Because if you don't, you get spanked. It is what it is. All right? And when those negative thoughts start creeping up and piling up on you, and you're just like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, what's going on in my life. You start having all these thoughts. Then you start having negative thoughts that are trying to convince you to do certain things and all that type of stuff. It's a game. It's all a game. And I'm here to let you know, if you can learn how to rest, you can win. You can win. Every day, you can win. Because you're letting go and you're just allowing. All right, cousin. That's the message. I feel like I was all over the place, but that's how spirit moves. Spirit moves all over the place, baby. We'll be talking about family. We'll be talking about the news. We'll be talking about the children. We'll be talking about everything. That's the spirit, okay? I just let spirit go. All right, cousin. I love y'all. Make sure y'all join us over in spiritual alignment class because y'all already know that's where I'm at. That's where we be. And I did say be. All right. All of y'all that are ready to relax and rest and live in your divine feminine energy, the Lighthouse is here for you. You have support. You don't have to do it by yourself. Join the community of women that are doing the same thing. We are resting unapologetically. We have our own private group, and that's where I'm at. I'm not in the YouTube streets like I used to be. I'm not on the TikTok streets. You're not going to find me out here in the streets. I'm not playing none of these games. I'm assigned to work with certain women, and those certain women are at the Lighthouse. Okay? All right. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.